So although it's lughnasadh, it is also the full moon, and it is the full moon of the sturgeon or the holly. The sturgeon represents abundance because sturgeon, according to the Farmer's Almanac, is in abundance at this time of year. And the holly, according to the Celtic tree calendar, is also that tree for this month. And holly represents protection. So last month we had the oak king and the oak as the tree of the month. And this month we have the holly king. So the holly king and the oak king split the year in two, from winter solstice to summer solstice. The oak reigns from Yule to the summer solstice. The holly reigns from the summer solstice to Yule. And it's a time of Thanksgiving, with it being it's the first of the harvests in the Celtic calendar. So you have lughnasadh being the first, and it's the fruit harvest. It's the wheat harvest. It's also known as Lammas, which is the Christian version of harvest, which celebrates the wheat, the grain. It's literally translates as the loaf mass. And we do celebrate what nature's given us and what we can give back to nature, and give thanks for nature. But let's learn a little bit about lughnasadh. So lughnasadh is named after the god Lu, or Lugh, or Lugus, depending how where you are in the kingdoms. And lughnasadh comes at the end of the assembly of Tauti, which was like an Olympic Games that Lu set up in memory of his foster mother, Tauti. Tautiu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. But lughnasadh itself is the last day, and it's actually a celebration of Lu's triumph over the spirits of the other world. Now, Lu is an interesting god. He is a sun god. He is a god of oaths, truth, and law. He's known for wielding a spear very well. He was a warrior king. He also was very adept at martial arts. I believe he was also a craftsman. And one of the crafts he did was he invented an early form of chess, which was called fridgechel. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong again. These are Gaelic words, and I don't pronounce Gaelic words. I may have Irish family, but I do not know how to speak the language. So, but Lu is connected to the Holly King in that his story of where he kills his father, Balor, connects to the story of the Holly King and the Oak King. But another person whose story connects to the Holly King and the Oak King is, or two people, is Gawain and the Green Knight. So I'm going to read you a little bit of a passage from Gawain and the Green Knight. So this is a description of the Green Knight. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to read the beginning of it and then going to read the end of it because it goes on for a long time. So it says, a perilous horseman, the mightiest on earth, in measure of height, from his throat to his stomach, so great and so square, and his loins and his limbs so long and so huge, that a half giant still on earth, I believe he was, but the largest man alive at least, I will call him, and yet the hugest for his size, could sit on a horse. For though in back and chest his body was broad, Both his stomach and waist were properly slim, and all his facial features fit the same fashion. As he rode, the men all gaped, aghast at the face and form he showed. This creature striding past, green all over glowed. Both garments and the guy were green all over. His coat was tight, so close it clung to his sides. A rich robe on top was arranged, and within was fur finely trimmed, showing fair fringes of handsome ermine, as was his hood as well, that was lifted from his long hair and laid on his shoulder. And it carries on, and at the end it says, and yet not a helmet, nor hauberk either, nor an upper breastplate, nor proper plate for his arms, not shield, or an arrow's shaft for attack or defence, but in one hand a branch of holly, which was greatest in greenery when groves are leafless, and an axe in the other hand. So that's where you see the description of the Green Knight represent or is associated with the Holly King. And if you ever get a chance to read Gawain and the Green Knight, it's a very interesting poem. And it is a poem, it's a very long poem, but it is a story at the same time. It is a very interesting read about what's the word I think I'm thinking of? It is trust and trying to trick someone into doing something wrong. That's what it is. It's about tricking someone into doing something wrong and not judging them. I can't think of the word I'm thinking of anyway. But let's get back to what this means to us now. So, like I said, it is a time of abundance. It's a time of thanksgiving. But it's also a time of thanksgiving to yourself. It's a time for us to congratulate ourselves, give ourselves a pat on the back for what we've achieved so far this year. Because we always thank other people, but we never thank ourselves. So take the time now to thank yourself for what you have achieved, where you got to, and be proud of where you are now.
I enjoy it.
You're doing left hand up, right hand down because
Yeah, I'm sorry, I did that. I'm sorry, I didn't take it. Right hand down and left hand up. Yeah. We're all good, yeah? We'll start a beat, yeah? Or do you want to hear from me too?
yeah. Left hand down, right hand up. Just do this. One down, and then take it up.
Close your eyes. We'll take a few things. Right. Yeah, he's wrong. Notice how your breath feels as it enters and leaves your body. There's no need to change your breathing in any way. Just observe it as it is. Imagine your body as free and your legs and your roots going into the ground. And feel yourself connected with the earth. As you breathe, bring your awareness to your body. Notice any areas of tension or tightness. You can gently breathe into these areas and see if they start to relax. Now bring your awareness to your thoughts. Notice the thoughts that come into your mind. There's no need to judge or analyze them. Just observe them as they come and go. As you breathe in positive energy. Breathe out negative energy. Breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Breathe in positivity. Breathe out the negative. Find your mind wandering. Just gently bring it back to your breath. Breathing in the positive. Breathe out the negative. You say to yourself, I'm here. I'm happy if you wander. And again, breathe in. Nice and slow. Put that positive energy into your body. All around you. And then out all that negative energy. Take a few moments to appreciate the present moment. Notice the sounds around you, the feeling of the ground beneath you, and the air in your feet. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes and bring your awareness back to the surface. Take time and reflect on the deep and the sounds on your planet that we talked about. Feel the energy around us, and the energy that we feel up. So notice it. Thank you, everyone. I've got to work on my voice now.
Bailey.